we're live again. Oh, I forgot to send the link to the one and only. Well, I don't know if I should tell you the name of the customer, because this will be live for, well, this will be archived. And he's texting me right now. Let's see, I see the 3 dots. Typing. Let's see if he, okay, cool. All right, you gonna watch? Should I wait for you? Anyway, I got work to do. As I was saying, I'm thinking about this live streaming. Okay, so I will not be streaming every project. I can't do that. Also, like right now, normally I would be watching on my computer maybe some other guitar channel or live stream, or maybe even a movie. And you know, if I live stream every project, you know, I will miss on that, right? So I can't live stream every project. So I will pick maybe 2 or 3 days, live streaming days per week. And if you're subscribed to this channel, you will, I guess, get notified that there's a live stream happening. I don't know how that works. I guess if you want to watch live streams, you can subscribe to this channel, Guitar Quackery Live. Okay? Don't forget to like the videos, okay? Or the live streams. Here we have the guitar, which we will be stringing. So I removed the old strings. I thought maybe I would use them for, you know, preliminary, but you know, they were rusty. I don't want to do that. I have the set of new strings prepared here. Winder. I don't need this. Okay, nail clipper. Yeah, so that's okay, cool. All right. Yeah, let's do this. So the guitar is here. I did the final whatever I had to do on the frets. I did it. And you are now watching part 3 of this project. The final part. Should be the final part. So let's put some strings on this guitar first. Setup should be easier than, well, I mean, pretty easy. Okay. So here are the strings. So, yeah, this is a little bit hacked. What are these 2 screws here? Oh, from the pickups, right? From the P90s? Yeah. Okay. I typically do 2 strings at a time with a Strat style guitar or Tele style guitar, or any string through back guitar. Yeah, I really wanted to watch a movie now. If you watched part 1 and part 2, you noticed I had my headset, dynamic mic. Now I no longer need it because it's quiet here. That's because everybody left. It's almost 9 p.m. The studio closed. They had their last band ending at 8, I think, or 8:30. All right, so now here, just want to make sure the strings are completely seated. Sometimes they wiggle back and then it causes issues. Okay. Okay, I don't need to narrate this, right? I'm restringing the guitar. I'm checking the break angle, deciding how to wind it. There are now the staggered tuners, okay. No string tree. Yeah, so that's something that I, in fact, forgot about. We'll need to install the string tree. Okay. So we have the string tree here. I'm going to put these strings aside, just like that. All right. And now we remove this string tree. Okay, it's easier said than done, okay? So this is just a preliminary alignment, measurement, whatever you want to call it. This is not where I'm going to just drill it. This is the approximate spot, right? Okay, so that's that. I forgot about the string tree. Let me check the break angle. Okay. The string is sticking up. So they're not staggered tuners. So I need to increase the length of the string so we get more winds, especially on the G. And now I just check the break angles. Okay. And we do the G string now. Okay, so this is the trickiest one on this type of headstock. Gonna make it longer. Now I can do it this way, but if I do that, I need to make sure the string isn't twisted. So I gotta release the ball end of the string to untwist the string. Where's that string tree? Here. Okay, let's put it here. Just using this to keep the strings down. So this string is going to have a string tree, so I don't need to put that many winds, just that'll do it. Same thing, I can wind it like this one time, and now I release the twist. Okay, and here we go again. Check it at the bridge. Okay, so all the strings are on the guitar now. So there are a few things I need to do. First, we want to tune it to pitch and check the relief. So the string tree is missing, but we want to keep it at full tension for a few minutes, and I might need to readjust the truss rod maybe tomorrow, maybe in a day or two, right? Although this neck is very thick, it's a 1 inch in thickness. Okay, so now just pre-stretching the strings a little bit. Not too much. I don't like to overdo this pre-stretching thing because even if it's a hex core string, the windings, the wound strings can still get a little loose if you overdo it. I've seen it happen because I use the microscope, so I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen on, well, I'll tell you the brand, Martin brand strings. I don't think they use a hex core though. Martin strings are made on the old machines, so they're not like the Dario, nowhere close. Yeah, so I've seen the windings get loose on Martin strings. So now the guitar is in tune. Wow, this neck is thick. The nut is super high. I'm not used to this kind of thickness. This is really thick neck. I mean, I can play it. I'm just not used to it. It feels comfortable. It's a 1 inch thick neck. I'm not sure if you've ever seen a neck quite as thick as this one. Look at that, 1 inch. Okay, 1 inch thickness. It's yeah. It's also 1 inch thick here, right? It's a really thick neck. So we got work to do. Like I said, it's time to check the relief. So I'll check the relief. Also, the nut is very, very high. So maybe I should work on the nut first. Let the neck settle at full string tension for now, and then we'll check the relief. Okay. So I'll let it settle like this. When should I install the string tree? Good question. So the way I'm going to do this, if I put this camera here, So this is just the approximate location for the hole. The string tree is here. It has the two little slots for the string, for the two strings. It's got to go here. It can't be pulling left or right, right? It's got to be exactly here. And I got to double check. So now this camera cannot show it because it's looking at an angle, right? I'm looking down at this. And I can see exactly where the middle is. Okay? And it happens to be at the exact place. So I'm going to drill a hole and install the string tree. I'm going to do this now. Okay, I'll use this tool first. Just push it down. I really got to make sure that I'm not going left and right. I just straight down. And I'm looking at that piece of paper, Post-it note, and it's exactly where it needs to be. So I can even do it this way. This is where the string tree will be. Okay. That's what I need. Now I need those drill bits. Same set I used in the part 1 of this mini-series. So according to my YouTube stats, I don't have any live viewers at this moment. Okay, I don't know if this is always right. Caliper. I'm just going to set it on the guitar. This is just soft plastic. Caliper, okay, and I'm going to set the caliper to inches, but not fractional inches. Or maybe I should, I don't know, let's see. So first let's measure the outside diameter. 7/64 it says. Yeah, but that rounds it up or rounds it down. So we need to go to these inches, decimal inches, 0.106. Okay, that's the outside diameter, right? 0.106 is exactly this. Okay, that's the drill bit. So that's too big. We need a smaller one. I'm gonna do 2 sizes down. That's a 0.099. Now let's measure this. 0.0905. Okay. So let's take an even smaller one, this one. Or maybe 905. That's it. 910, and this is 930 should be. Oh no, 970. Okay. All right, so this is critical, right? I can't mess this up. If I drill it too big, it's going to be bad. I can always enlarge the hole, right? So let's take this drill bit and check the size of this hole here. Now this is not roasted maple, so it's more flexible. But let's find the size. Okay. Since it's like this, camera again. Right. So we'll use this one first. Now we need to put a depth stop on it. Well, I use tape for that. Let's take a quick measurement. So here we see how deep it's got to go. I'm just going to eyeball it here. Maybe just a little bit deeper. Okay, and I check it against the headstock, and it's not going to go through the headstock if I drill to this depth. Depth or deepness? How do you say it? Deepness or depth? I hear fire trucks. Okay, let's do some drilling. You know, I wonder if I should drill a shallow pilot hole with a smaller drill bit. Yes, that's a good idea, because I'm drilling into wood. Let me take a really small one. And I'm not going to put a depth stop. I'm just going to not drill too deep. Here we go. Put it here, first go in reverse to make sure it's not skidding, and now okay, so I didn't drill any deeper than maybe 2 millimeters. Again, reverse first. To make sure the drill bit sits inside that hole. All clean. So once again, the string tree has two little grooves like this. So that's got to be rotated properly. We no longer need this. Okay, that's it. Let's see. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I've seen so many string trees installed incorrectly. So if it's not installed in the right spot, it's going to pull the strings to the side. We can't have that. So, installing a string tree definitely is not a rushed job. You can't rush it, because once you have that hole, once you drill that hole, well, you can't move it, right? So let me put this away. So that's that. Now I need to do some business here. Okay. It's all good. No one's watching. But I'll grow this channel and people will be watching. Let's look at this string tree again. Yeah, that's all good. Happy with that. Let's put these tools away. It's a good habit to just put tools away when you no longer need them. You only need a little bit of a work mess, not too much. Okay. Okay. No longer need this. Okay, but the knot is really high. All right, so we're gonna have to work on the knot. I don't need this anymore. We're gonna have to work on the knot right now. Okay, no problem. I was counting on that. Here are the nut files. We've been streaming now for 37 minutes and 43 seconds. So we're filing the nut. Those are 10 gauge strings, 10 to 46. So I need to put this here, put this camera here maybe. We'll start with the low E. So I usually look through the optical system, but I can also look at the screen here. When I look through the optical system, it's a stereoscopic microscope, which means I actually see it in 3D. So I get a better view through the optical system than you do on screen. That's that. Okay. What kind of focus are we in? Let's put into manual focus. Let's put this here. See if I can focus it. Yeah, I think it's good. All right. So we're talking about the height of the string slots. When you buy a new neck with a nut, a neck that has never been installed, the string slots are going to be really high, and that's, you know, intentional. So you need to file the string slots. This means that you can't just buy a neck. Like you can buy a Fender neck off of the website of the Fender website, or in this case Musicraft. You can buy that, but you can't just install it. You can't just put it on the guitar and put the strings on it. That's it. You need to file the nut, and once again, this is by design because you file the nut with the strings on. Okay. So let's do it. I'll start with a 46 gauge file for this string. I always do it this way. Maybe there's too much light. Okay. And here it is. Okay. Now, let's zoom in on this. And let's have a quick look. I'm not sure if this was done on a CNC machine, but it's very straight at the bottom. We don't want that. We want it curved. So what I like to do is I like to mark it off with a mechanical pencil inside of the string slot. I mark off the bottom. Okay, you can kind of see. So now when I file, I want to file the backhand first. And so I haven't touched the bottom yet, right? But I'm holding it at an angle. I've got to be careful not to scratch the wood. I'm going to protect it. But right now the file is getting stuck. Okay, so now I'm hitting it at the back. Right. We first want to shape the bottom. Right. Always clean the file. So before I forget, and I always forget to do it right away, let's protect that that, you know, part of the neck that's, you know, transitioning into the headstock. I don't know if there's a name for this part. Okay, this is the headstock, this is the neck, the fretboard. This is not the fretboard anymore. All right. The nut shelf is where the nut sits. I don't know what this is called. So we double it up like that. That's how I do it. It's not the only way to do it. Understandably, people don't realize what it takes to cut a nut and how difficult it is. Difficult, intricate, or difficult and intricate. But it's, you know, it takes, there's a learning curve. That's what I wanted to say. All right, so now I can remove the string and file it. Right. Yeah, I haven't bottomed out the, I haven't hit the bottom yet. Okay. So now, when I put the string inside of the string slot, it will actually be seated. Now let's just check by eye, and it's super, super high. Yeah. At this point, I might use like a tool called the Haskell gauge, and I'm not going to show really good camera angles because I just need to get the job done. But because I have new strings, I don't want to fatigue the strings by winding and unwinding the strings all the time. So I take a measurement of the fret height, which actually I already know what it is, right? Because we level the frets. So I just want to double check. Yeah, 0.9 millimeters. And now I take a measurement of the height of the string slot. is 1.6. So now I don't have to put the strings on and off all the time. I just file it down to I'm within the safe zone now, okay? So I keep it within the safe zone, and when I get low enough to worry, that's when I use the string to measure. Okay, that's good news. It's a pretty hard piece of bone. I filed so many knots. I mean, I do this every day. I can feel if the bone is hard or soft. This is a really hard piece of bone. .3 mil. So I dropped something. Sorry. And here we're looking at the bottom of the string slot. So I just need to keep filing it. And you see how I'm rounding, keeping it around it at the bottom. So what we're seeing here is that's the height. 13 means 1.3 millimeters. So if I go here, now it steps up, and what happens is now I have a gap here. Okay, so I know that that's not the measurement, but at 1.3, or even 1.3 wiggles, so 1.4 millimeters, that's when this is touching the fretboard. Okay, I don't want to rely 100% on this. I just want to use it while I'm in the safe zone. Okay, now it's 1.3. 1.2 wiggles. You must keep cleaning the files or they get clogged up. These files got some bad reviews because people were using them wrong, incorrectly. They said that the diamonds wore off. They did not wear off. Files need to be clean. I mean, I use these files every single day, and nothing changed in the way they feel. And I check through the microscope, and I can see the diamonds are still there. But when the file feels dull, it's because there's material from the nut clogging up the spaces between the diamonds. So we're at 1.1. I can even show you this through the microscope right there. Let's just focus better. So here we have the number 11, right? It's right there, and that's where it's at. So we see that the Haskell gauge is seated on the fretboard when the number 11 is inside the string slot. But if we go up a step to number 10, now we have a gap here at the bottom, and number 10 will be 1 millimeter. So we're closer to 1 point. We are above 1 millimeter. Okay. So at this point, this is now getting close to where we need to start worrying, not to cut too deep. Now we check. And this is a really small gap. I like to check, obviously, with the dial indicator. I might revisit it, but for now I'm just gonna leave it at this height. I do have a gap, but it's a very small gap. You can, if you eyeball it without any, measuring tools, you can see that it's almost touching the fret, but you can still hear this. So the string is hitting the fret, which means it's above the fret. Okay, let's put this file away for now and move on to the A string. Well, another thing that we want to check, which I forgot to mention, is once the string is inside of the string slot, let's focus nicely. We check, and you can see that it's not sliding, right? There's a little bit of slack at the back end. I can push it down. Not too much slack side to side, but it works. So if we tune the string, I don't see that the string is pinched in any way. Yeah, it's fine. Now we'll work on the A string, which is also too high. So let's move over to the A string. Here, let's focus better. again, it's just cut too flat. You know, I'm not criticizing anything. This is, you know, intentional. We can do this again. Let's file it at the back first. So let's shape the bottom. Let's take a measurement. We know the fret height, but I'll double check. And let's just take a measurement of the string height. 1.7 mil. Well, much higher than the fret. We got nothing to worry about just yet. Let's file it down a bit. So a clogged up file can ruin your day because you keep pushing harder and harder. And the harder you push, the more likely you are to make a mistake. Needs to be cleaned. .5, still too high. You can easily spend 10 minutes per string slot, 6 of them, that's 1 hour. I should stop talking and just do my job here. Because if I talk, it's gonna extend the work time. So, yeah, I feel I should have 2 or 3 live streaming days. Maybe a Saturday. Today's Saturday, right? Yeah. And maybe Wednesday. See how that goes. Because I like to watch movies or YouTube videos while I work, and now I can't because I'm streaming. Yeah. You see, now I'm filing the string slot without fatiguing the string. I only removed it once. That's what that Hasco gauge is good for. Let's check. So first I eyeball it. I can hear that little ping. Still just slightly too high. But I could even leave it like this, it would be good. Very good. I think that's it. It's 5/100ths of a millimeter. Now if I turn it like this, I can't see it. I mean, I can see it on the monitor, but it's a little more. So let's fight it a little more. That's great. Okay, we're gonna leave it like that. So, hour, 6 minutes, 39 seconds into this live stream. Yeah, so if anyone is watching this, please post a comment. What do you think? Live streaming every 2 days a week, Wednesday and every Saturday. I kind of like that. I like that. am I doing? Yeah, I don't think any other luthiers or repair technicians are live streaming their work like this. Sorry. Still too high. That's what I expected. So there's some kind of imperfection in the bone, but it's fine. Nothing's gonna happen. Yeah, it's still too high, so I don't need to measure it. So I clean up like this. Perfect. Just a little bit of space. I don't think I can, the mic can pick up the sound. There is a little bit of sound tapping. Okay, 3 more. So here you can see how the bone dust gets stuck. Yeah, so we need to clean the file, obviously. Okay, this is good. So now we do the B string and the high E after that. If you're wondering why I'm not talking too much, well, I've run out of things to say, I guess. Too high. Perfect. This string height is really perfect. Hold on, how do I hold it? Why isn't it recording? Interesting. It was recoiling when I was reading it from this side. It is. So what's different? I don't know, I'm not gonna mess with it. It's recoiling perfectly fine when I turn it this way. Maybe it's the slight tilt of the tool, I don't know. Okay, but I got a perfect little gap there. I can feel it. I can almost hear it. I put my ear real close. Yeah. Okay. Last one, and then we do the setup. Musicraft makes really good necks. Gotta be careful with that high E. That file can cut through really fast. It's almost there. Try to measure the one at the edge. Yeah. Tiny little gap. Excellent. Okay. So, that's the nut. We need to do the setup now. So another way to make sure there's a gap. I mean, I don't really need to do this, but with this really onion skin feeler gauge, there's a gap. There's a gap on this one, gap on this, gap, gap, and gap. Yeah. If we really want to double check, although it's overkill. Now we want to remove that tape from there. Just peel it off. It's no longer needed. All right. Let's put away the files. They will not be needed on this project any longer. They will be needed on future projects. So the neck settled for about an hour and 30 minutes and, well, 31 minutes and 2 seconds. Yeah. So we're gonna measure the relief. Let's see how the guitar plays. Ooh, that neck. The strings are too low. Okay, so we're gonna have to raise the saddles. And I don't know if it's got the right relief or not, obviously. We don't know that yet. We wanna, okay, we don't need a microscope anymore. Haskell gauge, put it away. It's an expensive tool. Oh, it comes in this a really good box. Like that, okay? Oh, and it's approved by the New York City Department of Guitar Maintenance and Repairs. And this just sticks to this, like that. Okay, see? A really cool box. Yeah, here's the guitar. Now we can keep it here, just like that. And take the, I need water. I have this app. I log when I drink, so let me do that. Approximately, I mean, the amount is just the volume is expressed in ounces here. Okay. Okay. Back to this. Oh, my old bones and my joints. Where is it? Is it here? The set. Too tight. So, what are we going to do? Capo. Okay, capo. Man, this neck is so thick, I can barely put the capo here. So hopefully there's no need to completely remove the neck. I'm gonna put a plate there so that so this is just for the screws to push onto something, right? So like that. And now I can access this. Sometimes I need to remove it completely and sometimes not. It's really so much better to have the truss rod adjustment at the headstock, because then you can do it also when you bring your guitar to a gig or something. Yeah, I don't know. I'm guessing. So, one live stream I like to watch on Thursdays is Steve Cassidy guitar. Every Thursday I watch while I work. Sometimes I even post comments. Steve Cassidy. So he's from Scotland, and yeah, he has these sunglasses, just the frames without without the lenses. Why isn't this camera focusing? Oh, I'm in manual focus. I'm trying to focus. Maybe I'm too close. Just like that, maybe. Oh, string tree. Just making sure that the saddles, that the strings go over the saddles correctly. There are little dents on the saddles, so they just fall into those dents. I don't expect much relief with this thick neck. Yeah, let's make sure the guitar is perfectly in tune first. Okay. Look at that. We have, I'm going to want to show it this way as well. I'm going to leave it like that. Okay. Autofocus this time. So here we have 4 1,000ths, 5 1,000ths. Well, it's good to do this, right? Maybe that's going to change it. Okay, it passes through barely, right? And the next one does not. This one does pass through. And that is exactly 5 1,000ths of an inch, which you can see here. Yeah. Now if we try this 5 1/1000ths on the other side, the next one is 4, right? So if we try 5 1/1000ths on this side, it gets stuck. But this one is 4 1/1000ths. And it passes through. Okay, that's the one. 4 1/1000ths right there. So what I think is going to happen is as the neck settles, it'll just put it just a tiny little bit more. It's already good. It's already within spec. And then if it pulls it to 6 1/1000ths on the treble side, and then have a little differential relief like 7 1/1000ths on the bass side, it's going to be really good. But even now, we have a differential relief. I didn't even plan on doing it. You saw me level the frets. That's how it came out. I'm happy with this. Okay. Now, we want to work on the string height right now. And that's hard to show on camera because I'm just gonna have to hold the guitar like this. So what do we need here? Which Allen key? I have them all. Where are they? Okay, this one is tight. Sometimes I need to use this one. No, it's not the right one. And sometimes I need to use this one. And that's the right one. And I wonder what size that is. I don't even know what size that is. So once and for all, let's see what size this is. Oh yeah, it is this one. Okay. 1.5 millimeters. Okay. All right. Let's do this. There's just a little bit of polishing compound, buffing compound. Okay, we're good. Okay, so now we focus on this. The action gauge on the 12th fret, the action is too low. I'm a little worried about that because this neck is thicker and it's sticking up here noticeably more than the other one was. It's a little bit below 60. Now, can I bend without fretting out on a 9.5 inch radius? Let's see. I need to get it to 60. Okay, it's a little tiny touch below 60. I'm gonna leave it there because I can't be raising the saddle anymore. Base side. These screws are gonna be too short. Well, actually that worked out really well. But the middle strings are now too low, obviously. So we no longer need the action gauge. What we need now is the radius gauge. "9.5 inch radius gauge, which I have marked in red. There. So now we can focus the camera onto the saddles right there. Okay. Oh, it's autofocus, manual focus, okay. All right. I think that this will do. So this is what we see here. We see the saddles. These strings are too low, the ones in the middle. So we're going to need to raise them. So usually we want to raise them above where they need to be, and then lower them one by one onto the radius gauge, right? So now I'm not sure that we can do that because we are running out of screw height because of the thickness of this neck. So honestly, this neck pocket should be routed deeper for this neck. That's what should be done. It alters the guitar, obviously, and it would remove that logo that's inside the neck pocket. So this is what I'm doing. I'm just raising the saddles. See here, I'm running out of screw height. They're already buried. Okay, let's put this aside for now. So I don't know. I don't know if this channel would be popular because, you know, for those who want to learn how to do this job, I pretty much show everything. I mean, those are not tutorials, but for someone who's already doing it, they would understand. It's going to work out. All right, so I was worried about this. But it's going to work out. So I think so, yeah. Okay, that's good enough. So here, so I'll use a pick. So this string is touching here. This string, same thing, is touching, but these strings are above. So we are going to lower the A string first, and we're going to listen for the buzz. Ah, that's it. Now let's lower the B string. We do want to increase the pitch of the string. We need more tension on it. Okay, let's continue. It's already sounding like a sitar because when I go down like this, I touch that feeler gauge, right? The radius gauge. Okay, felt the vibration. That's it. Now the G string maybe. Again, there's not enough tension on the string. We also need to keep it parallel to the bridge plate. But that's just right now. But this needs to go down. This needs to go up. We need to bring this one up just a touch. That's it. Okay. We need to keep them parallel to the bridge plate. Up a bit, down a bit. Maybe not quite so much. Up a bit, down. Okay. That's it. I'm going to move the camera away. We're almost done. Now, the saddle compensation is the intonation adjustment. No longer needed. Saddle compensation now, which we do in playing position. I'm going to need to plug the guitar into the audio interface and open, oh, almost ran out of battery on my laptop. Open a GarageBand tuner. So this is charged. Got to charge up the little rotary tool. Okay, GarageBand tuner. And I'm going to throw it on the screen over there so I can see it. We need the screwdriver. Now, I'm not sure how the sound will come through to you, but this is what it is, okay? Okay, just a little tweak. The GarageBand tuner is even too precise. It doesn't want to settle. It's picking up all the variations in pitch that happen because the string is simply vibrating. I didn't think the intonation would be so different than it was before. I wish I could show this tuner on the screen. I mean, I can, but it takes effort. I'm not using OBS, so for streaming, maybe I should, I don't know. I didn't think I'd have to move the saddle, or I guess even now the rest of them, quite as much as I had to. So I'm gonna need to move the D, I'm sure. Okay, great. I'm gonna eyeball the A first. Oh, we're using different strings, right? I guess, I don't know what strings were on before. Well, the G looks in the wrong place, but let me just measure it. Yeah. The good thing about the GarageBand tuner is that it shows you exactly how many cents you're off. The Peterson tuner doesn't do that. And the GarageBand tuner is free. $0.01 off. Just what I thought. The bridge is lifting. Okay. It's set up decked, so flat against the body. And we don't want it to lift when we bend the strings. But we don't want it too tight in case the player decides to use a whammy bar. There's a little bit of whoa, 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 but I think the chords sound pretty good. So this D chord is not so good, but I remember there was something about this pickup last time I worked on this guitar. I need to check my notes. Yeah, the way it's routed or something, I can't remember. So I'm going to wrap it up. Double check the guitar in the morning, or maybe in a couple of days after this neck settles. And I need to read my notes about this pickup. There was something about the way this guitar is made, because it's a handmade guitar. Okay. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Yeah, man. Okay. Wait, need to recharge the battery on the laptop. Okay, I think I'm done. Yeah, minor tweaks. I'm not going to do part 4 on this one. It's 11:20. I did spend a little extra time on it, more than I thought I would. So, live streams, right? This is Guitar Quackery Live, not to be confused with Guitar Quackery YouTube channel. I'm planning on having a few channels. One for shorts, one for live streams, one for, you know, the main one, even one for business. Yeah, but I don't know. I can hardly keep up with it. One channel that I do have. So this one doesn't take extra work because I'm just doing my job. The only issue is, as I'm realizing, I can't be, you know, playing YouTube videos as I'm working, or, you know, other live streams or movies. So that's the drawback. So I can't do this every day on every guitar. Good night and see you soon.